Hi everyone. I accidentally came across this listing and I decided that it is an amazing listing to break it down live for you and tell how this brand could increase their sales and conversion through optimization of their images. Because today we're going to talk about their main image set and how it can be improved and what are the mistakes that the designers of this brand made when creating this set of images and how they could be improved. I don't want to read the title. I don't want to read bullet points, any type of description. I want to jump straight into the images because the images must be always enough for your customers to understand what the product is, how it works, and whether it is something that they need or not. So let's see if these images can execute this mission. The most important image in the listing, the main image, it will determine whether someone will click your product or they will just scroll through it. And personally, I think that this main image is far from being optimized. When I look at it, I instantly ask myself, what it is? What is this product? Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Serum. So what kind of serum is this? What is it for? Where do you apply it? How do you use it? I do not get answers to these questions. And this is the logic that your customers will follow when they are just searching, when they are just scrolling through the search results. They're going to see this main image and they will have the same questions. What this is, how it works. Is this something I'm looking for? Let's actually read the title and see if it explains anything. Here it is. Anti-aging face serum that visibly smoothes and firms fine lines and wrinkles. Perfect. So the title explains what the product is, and that's amazing. But the problem is when people are searching, scrolling through the search results, nobody's gonna read the title. I want the main keyword of this product to be present in the main image. And the main keyword for me here is anti-aging face serum. Perfect keyword. And I want it to be large and dominant here. Now there is a question. How are you gonna add it here? Well, the safest and simplest method you can use to add your main keyword to your main image is just add the box. Just add the product packaging. It might not even look like your real product packaging, and nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna remember how it looks. But what you'll be able to do, you might be able to adjust its appearance and add large and dominant main keyword to this packaging. And when I'm gonna be looking through the search results, I instantly gonna see the box where it's written anti-aging face serum. And I instantly understand, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And maybe you could add some small labels like smoothes and firms, something like this, like 2 additional labels. And your main image changes instantly. It instantly explains what the product is and how it works. And your click-through rate will improve significantly from this. Then what else I'm thinking? When I look at this image, I'm thinking, I want to see how the serum looks inside. So usually you might add some kind of stripe with this cream, with this serum somewhere on the background, right behind the product. You know how the chefs do it in restaurants with a spoon? When they just smear the sauce on your plate with a spoon, and you could do something similar. So we already identified 2 potential improvements here. You could show the serum inside somehow visually, and you could add some packaging with your main keyword because the product certainly has a packaging, it does not come like this. And you could just adjust its appearance. So let's move on now and look through the next images. Skin instantly feels smoother. Perfect. Where is it? Where is this skin that feels smoother. What I like to see in the secondary images is a little bit of text and visualization of that text. So what I would usually do is add a headline, some maybe subheading, and a visualization of of this headline and subheading. For example, if my headline is "Skin instantly feels smoother," then I want to show a smoother skin in this image, but it is not here. Or maybe you could show before and after, something like the skin that is not smooth and skin after you apply number 7 face serum. So yeah, this is another trick, another way to improve how they could improve their images. Let's move on. Let's see what's next. Okay, here you go. So now you show how you're applying it. So maybe you're not showing how to apply it, but you're showing the effect, the smoother skin. That's a problem. I'm not really sure what exactly they are trying to show us here. So here they added the text with the message, but here they added the visual without the text. So you need both. You do not need the image to be cluttered. You do not need huge chunks of text, but you need a little bit of text and the visualization of that text. So that the visual you show in the image and the text, they are aligned and they have the same messaging, the same idea and the same purpose. That's what you need. And probably I would like to see the combination of these two images. Why wouldn't you just say "skin instantly feels smoother" and show this image, for example? I'm not sure how smooth this skin is, but I think you understand the idea. So here, if we take this raw image, I'm not sure what kind of message it has. What is this image's job here? Each image should fulfill some kind of job. But I do not understand what this image does. It just like takes space here. I do not understand. Or is it supposed to show how you apply it? Then why don't you say this? Apply like this? I'm not sure. So yeah, this is another idea. Age-defining formula. Formulated to replenish skin with moisture for age-defying results. Perfect. Now you need to take this white cream or serum or whatever it is and just place it on the background of your main image. That's what I was talking about. Just show it. You already have all the assets. So they could just simply improve this main image by placing the same cream that they show here into their main image. But if we're talking about this age-defying formula, formulated to replenish skin with moisture, show me the moisturized skin. Again, the same kind of issue as here. I do not see how the visual, so basically they're showing the serum or the cream, whatever it is, on some blue background. And how is it aligned with what you are saying with the text? It is not aligned. So why formulated to replenish with moisture? As the word moisture is highlighted here, I guess this is the main idea of this image, the main message, but at the same time, age-defying formula. So you're also talking about your formula. So what is this image trying to do? Is it talking about the formula, how the product was created, what's so unique about its formula, or about the moisturizing benefit? So to me, this image does not really understand what it's trying to achieve. What is the purpose of this image? Again, it's not clear what job this image does. And the same problem as before, the visual is not aligned with the text. But here it's even harder to align it with the text because even your text does not really know what it wants to put an accent on. Let's move on. So, retinol. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. Hyaluronic acid. I'm so sorry for my English. Collagen peptide technology. Perfect. And what what? What is this? What am I supposed to understand from this image? So are these the ingredients? What? I guess so. Or are you describing the technology? I'm not sure again what this image is supposed to mean. So I guess the same things that I discussed about the previous image applies here. I'm not sure I understand the messaging. And I'm not sure if customers really care about this. Maybe they do, but I think for customers it would be really more important to explain the benefits of what this means. So you're writing pro retinol. So why is it important? Write the benefit that this pro retinol carries with it. So this kind of acid, why this acid is important? Is it carrying some kind of benefit? So instead of writing just these ingredients or whatever they are, I'm not sure. Why wouldn't you write the benefit that they carry? Why they are important? Because customers are essentially, they care not about what you include in the product, what it is, how it works. They care about their problems. They want their problems to be solved. Tell, this retinol thing solves this problem. This acid solves this problem. Or talk in terms of benefits instead of features. So this is what customers care about. And again, have a more clear messaging in each image. Let's move on now. Body serum, face serum, day cream. Okay, I see. These are different products of this brand, but and what? How is it gonna persuade me to purchase this product? Does it add any kind of value to this product? I understand that I can purchase additional products from this brand and they kind of can complement each other, but still, why does this image exist here in this specific listing? What is it supposed to explain to me? How is it increasing the value of this product, and how is it differentiating it? How is it explaining it? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me. Just write in the comments if it's just me being too critical. Next one. Well, I guess I'll be just repeating myself here. Still, when I see this image, it kind of gives me lifestyle image vibe, and kind of I get instantly an idea that I see it in the bathroom. I see the product in the bathroom, so it kind of gives me an idea that they wanted to tell something like, it's easy to add into your daily routine vibe. I get such kind of vibe when I see this image, or maybe they wanted to go into lifestyle something, but I'm getting this idea from this image. But again, it's not very clear, and maybe usual customers wouldn't understand this because I work with images every day and I instantly start thinking what this image is supposed to mean. But customers, they're not gonna bother. If they do not understand the image, the message it's trying to deliver, they're just gonna skip it. And it's much simpler for the customers to go to different product, because there are millions of competitors here around your listing, and they will just not bother and click here or just here, anywhere. So the point is, you need to instantly communicate exactly what you want to communicate. You need to eliminate guessing from every possible image and have a clear message and job for each image. Not just beautiful, not just pretty. This image is beautiful, it's pretty, but what does it give me? How is it explaining the product? And the last one, empowering women since 1935. This one looks good, but I don't want to read through all of this, and it's me, the person who is just analyzing images and imagining someone who just trying to find the product to solve their problems. I don't think they're gonna want to read through this chunk of text. I think that's a nice image, but again, how exactly it's empowering women. Maybe you could explain more shortly. And I also don't see the women interacting somehow with the product. So maybe you could just show at least one of them holding the product. Actually, when I see this image, it's a nice image. I think after reworking it a bit, adding the product here and making this chunk of text smaller, it could work here. But I feel like it would work better in your brand story section. It's an A+ content. Do they have brand story? Yeah, here it is. So I believe it might better fit here, but at the same time, I think it could also work here as well if you explain a bit better how it empowers women. And I would like to see women interacting with the product. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of unconscious feeling when you think it's empowering women, but these women do not feel to care about the product. They're just having fun. They're just in a very nice mood, having a nice time. But how are they related to the product? And again, I didn't read this text. Yeah, you might say, why don't you read? Everything probably is explained here. I will read it in a moment, but the customers are not going to waste their time. They want to see everything visually. So visually, you have to explain everything that is explained in the text. I read the text, and in fact, it contains a lot of information, nice information, valuable information about the product and the brand. And actually, it would, all this information in this in this chunk of text would be enough to create 3 images. The first one about how long this brand exists, and that is the time, it's proven by time. The second one would be about different skin types and ages. They mention it here, so they could dedicate a separate image that it's applicable for any age and for any type of skin. And another one is #1 skincare brand in the UK. Why don't you dedicate an image to this? It's another trust point. So very nice information here, but it could be presented much better than just a chunk of text. So this was it. I'm not gonna look at their A+ content because the video is gonna be too long, but I can do it in a separate video if it was interesting. Just let me know down below. And if you want a free breakdown of your listing or need help with your images, just send me a message. All the contact details can be found in the description. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.